morning. How are you guys? Everybody doing good? You made it. There's only one of you, two of you. Good morning. I'm doing okay. I walked outside and now I'm having a sneezing attack. The allergies, everything's blooming. My nose is on high alert. I hate the first bloom. The first bloom is the worst bloom of the entire season. Yes, Mark, I see your comment. Anywho, so yeah, it is. Oh, do I only have? Hold on. I think I only have sub chats on. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. My bad. I had sub chat on. Today's not a chat day, a sub day. So yes, so I'm on the treadmill, getting ready to start my day. I've already started my day, actually. Hi guys, sorry. I had my sub chat only. I can stop adulting, yes. For a minute, yes. I hate adulting, you know? Adulting sucks ass. I don't want to be an adult. Yes, now you can. Sorry. Hi, Chiz, how are ya? Wasn't supposed to, the sub chat wasn't supposed to be on. That was from last night, and of course it stayed on. Never does ever, but that did. Oh, thanks, Chris. It was a fun live last night. I didn't know if I could do it because I was in a mood. Ed was in a mood, so it worked out great. Dan's feeling the same. Just the upper congestion thing. You know, nothing has progressed. I believe he's been sneezing a lot and he's been kind of fighting it off, I told you guys, for the last 5 days. Because he really doesn't, he sounds a little bit more congested, but not as bad, you know, like not any worse than he kind of was, just a little bit more. So I think he's been dealing with that. But you know how the man flu is, right? The man flu is the worst possible thing on the planet. So he's holed up in his room, and I will be on grandpa duty for a majority of the day. So yes, Dan. Hopefully grandpa doesn't get it. I mean, Dan's been around all of us, you know, for the last couple days. Open room coughing, open room sneezing, high V. So you know how that goes. And now that he's sick, I'm like, see, that's why we don't do that shit. Melissa, last night it's because I had my subscriber live. So I had a subscriber chat only. That's why you couldn't comment. Yes, you can comment. Wow, it's a fucking miracle. Y'all, I have subscriber lives. So when you can't comment, or you were lucky enough that you got to see what you could see. So just so you know, I left the video off. I let you come in and watch, but you could not comment. So yes, sorry. I don't like negativity. And when I'm in those moments like that, I sure as hell don't want to hear any bitchy ass attitude. So yes, sinus is horrible, Jess. Yeah, so anyhow, that wasn't for you, Melissa. That was for the other guy on here bitching. Oh, look, I can comment like it's a miracle or something. But that wasn't for you. My sarcasm was for the other person. Why do you even post them? Laura, I don't need to tell you why I post. Use your imagination. Hi, P.S. What does that mean? Laura, that makes no sense. Why do you even post them? Why do you even watch them? You're on here right now, aren't you? That makes no sense. They are. Melissa, sorry. Hello, Libya, North Africa, how are you? Hi, Shelley. I'm so glad you continue to be you. Yes, I will always be me, despite the idiots that are out there. Tall girl, I'll try to give you some. Morning, Robin. Hello. Y'all stop being idiots. The word of the day for Wednesday. Don't be an idiot. Stop trolling. Hang up your troll hat for one fucking day, right? Hang up your troll hat for one fucking day and try to see the beauty in life. The beauty in creators. And if it's not for you, scroll the fuck on. Ugh. There you have it. You know what I mean? They're itchy AF, Melissa. Itchy AF. I have a little hole right here from a scab that fell off. So it looks like, if you look closer, I'm missing some ink. But these eyebrows are going to lighten up. But next week, they'll be a completely different color. And you know what's disgusting? I'm gonna tell you. People were on my live last night, left comments on my videos, and told me how ridiculous my eyebrows look. They tell me how ugly I am. Why did you even touch your eyebrows? They look hideous. Why are people so mean? You know? Yeah. Nobody cares. Keep your ugliness to yourself. Leave me and my ugly eyebrows alone. And by the way, dumbasses, they're not gonna be this dark. So kiss my poopy ass. Do they look in the mirror? Probably not. They probably have taken down all mirrors because of the way they look. So, it is sad that people behave that way. I'm more out of breath today because I'm running at a 1% incline. They probably, yes, Melissa, they're probably not the cutest, and they probably are not happy with their weight and so on and so forth. Because who really is at this point? So, not me. I'm training for Cabo body. I'm in a 1% incline, and I'm running at a 5.1. So, I'm a little out of breath and probably will be during this run. So I'll probably go, yes, they're playground bullies. You know, they're playground bullies. Exactly. Playground bullies that have grown up to continue to be bullies. Yeah, they just can't say anything nice, right? They pick on me for every gosh darn thing. So it's fine. I just ignore them because they obviously don't know how this works. Somebody also said, your eyebrow is higher on the other side. It's my fucking facial structure. It's not the eyebrow. Maybe it is the eyebrow. She actually uses my own eyebrow, right? She patterns the way my eyebrow is. She didn't make it higher. People are like, the other one's like higher. You should really talk to her about that. Your face is not symmetrical, right? So obviously, if you see that, it's this one. It's the way my face is. It's the way my face is. It's the way my eyebrows grew. So, yeah, she follows the hairline of they follow the hairline. They don't make their own. They follow it. I'm dying right now because I'm running at a different incline. Hi, Tim. How are you? Thanks keeping you. I'm trying. You know, that's the only thing you can do when you're in a situation like this, is do the best you can. It's with anything in life. Relationships, marriage, you know, freaking kids. You know what? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Better than the alternative. Yeah, no eyebrows. So I have like no eyebrows from here down here. And the only reason why it looked like I had them before was because I had microblading done. So I have a few hair scragglers over on the ends of my eyebrows. So y'all think I had eyebrows. Well, that was deceiving because I had microblading done. So, overplucking fucking sucks. People do that. So, ça va bien. Oh, merci. Merci, no. Tu vas bien? Tu vas bien? Tu vas bien? Oui, oui. Je suis pas mal. Okay? Comme ci, comme ça. I'm struggling with my breathing. How sleeps? Hush on doggy. I can't get all high and crazy today because I'm running at an incline and I'm running a little bit faster. So any enunciation like Sean Doggy takes away my breath, my breathing. Hello, Debbie from England. Je suis magnifique. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Greetings from Louisiana. Chin hair? Yes, we all get the chin hair. How about the nose hair that starts coming out the nostrils down into the upper lip? How about that? Anybody? Not the men. Any women have the transcending nose nasal hair onto the upper lip? Yep. So I've had one. I think we all are turning into men as we age. What the fuck is that shit? I've always had this one hair right here, but only one. It has not multiplied, you know? I got chills. I got chin hairs. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. All the hair follicles are multiplying. It's electrifying. So here's the thing. Why? We've talked about this before. We've talked about this. So we lose estrogen and gain testosterone. Do we grow penises too? We talked about that too. Anybody else down under getting larger? You know, that one special spot. You had ear hairs? Yes, because you're a man. Grandpa has it too. Oh, Justine, they're starting to scab. They're scabbing and they're flaking now. Hi, Franny. Happy day. I was asking Danielle if they have. So she matches your eyebrow color based on your hair, your skin, and all that. It is, everything changes at the same time. Smells, hair producing. I would like the hair to produce on my head, not my chin, my mustache. You know, what the hell, they are multiplying. This one I've had for a while. So that has not multiplied. But this shit, the upper lip, let me tell you, this fucking shit, I'm gonna grow it out one day. You know, like how I do those filters. Just gonna say, what's up, Doss? What's up? Yeah, I have it shaved down yonder. Haven't plugged. It's a new look. Do you know, yeah, the lip stash. It's really plentiful on the corners, right? You get a couple scragglies up here, but on the sides, that's where I'm full and ready to mustache, you know? You know? I pluck. Yeah, my scabs will go away. I'm so itchy the last couple of days. So I'm assuming after I shed my eyebrow skin, so I'm getting a little, I don't know if that spot is a scar, and it just didn't take, or if it's just so noticeable. So she did tell me, oh good, Susan, you're lucky. So it'll be interesting because you could see a divot. So she did say now, throughout the next week, you're gonna look like spotty. Your eyebrows are gonna look holy. They're not gonna match. So fill them in with like an eyebrow pencil or powder. But yeah, I don't care about that shit. You notice a spot? Yeah, because my scabs are falling off. 70% lighter than what you see now. 70% lighter. You piss on the hairs. Yes, I do me, and I piss on them too. I like to poop on them as well as pissing. You know what I mean? I think a good poop on a poop in a. I'm tired. I'm gonna try to do. I'm only Jacqueline. Fuck. This is gonna be horrible. Hi, Jacqueline. I have very special eyebrows. Yes. Microblading that I faded. Yes. So mine too, girl. My microblade faded, so I had to tattoo. I said it's white, but thanks. It is white. But even if your hair is white, you still have a mustache. Don't trip. It's still mustachy because it gets thicker as you age too. You're just fortunate enough to have white hairs and blonde hairs. But girl, don't trip. It's still a mustache. It's upper hair lip. Upper lip hair. Yes, B, you're gonna look exactly like your dad. I hate it. Damn it. I'm done. I can't breathe. Y'all, I'm out of breath today. In between the sperm trees and this incline. Oh, that's just a 1%. A 1%. They're turning white and gray. And the gray ones, Suze, right, are a little bit more textured, right? Textured. Meaning they're a little bit harder, like a pubic hair, a mustache hair. They're a little bit hard. You know, they stand out. They have their own character. Yeah, upper lip hair. So I feel like but yes, I feel like I'm running up a fucking hill, like Mount Everest. That's what this 1%. $300. That's it. So I feel like I'm scaling the side of a mountain. Y'all, this is treacherous. Hey, Big Al. I run anywhere from 3 to 6. Run, walk, you know. Lately it's been a little less because I'm trying to change it up a little bit. I'm almost to the top. I can see the casino in the horizon. I can almost hear the bells. Maybe by tomorrow I'll get there. Me, the slot machine, wine in millions. It's almost there. I can touch it. I can smell it. And I can almost taste it. Tomorrow's Thursday. Did you get your new pots and pans? Yes, that was so like months ago. So months ago. I'm on to the luggage. Fuck the fa. I'm telling you about that fucking fa. Tammy. The fa has fucked me up the ass the last couple times I've been there. I'm so pissed off at it. Fa, fuck you. So, you know, tomorrow I'll still play it. That fucker has been dry. Bone dry. Last week, it was drier than my vagina. You know what I mean? There was cracks. There was steam coming out from the cracks. There was just no movement in the earth because it was standing still. The machine, but no, I kept trying because I ain't a quitter. I kept shoving money in, hoping that the fa would come back and save me. But nope, it didn't. Nope. Really? Oh, you bought the handheld one. It's been fa. Fuck them all fucking machines. I'll see you tomorrow. I hate y'all, fuck you, but I'll see you tomorrow. I'm a mother again, Mary. All right, if I have to be. Hi, Rita. This cat spraying. It really hasn't sprayed in a while. The cats. I was really getting pissed off with everybody saying, fix your fucking cats. All my fucking cats are neutered and spayed. Homie, don't play that. It doesn't stop them from spraying people. You know? Fuck. It doesn't help And all the people, I just couldn't respond anymore to the people. Well, maybe you should fix them. Do you think I've got intact cats running around the neighborhood impregnating the fellow neighbors? No. We have an overpopulation in cats. You fix your fucking cats. What? Fixing the cats. Oh, spraying. So every time I like somebody, I should just pee on them. Hey, Danielle pulling down her pants again. She must like you. Yeah. No. He humps his head here. Yes. 2 miles yet. Fuck. Quarter of a mile yet. Yeah. No, it's territorial. Spraying on the window. Shit. Yeah, they spray. They come in here. They spray in the fucking garage too. I don't mind the garage. It's annoying as shit, but I'd rather you pee out here than on my furniture, in the carpet, on my fucking curtains and shit. Because you can't get cat piss out. So I just smelled something this morning and I walked into Grandpa's bathroom and they peed in the shower. I'll take that. I'll take that. Because all you have to do, spray a little Clorox on it and wash it down, right? That's all you gotta do. Why do you keep the outdoor cats? I don't know what that means. Goodman. I have cats. So a long time ago, they were in a spraying match in my house. So I kicked everybody out. And then along the way, we got a couple new ones and they're in the house. But now, you know, they always try to sneak in and Dan lets them in. So we keep cats. We like cats. Half of these cats just adopted us. Half of them we didn't even get. So it is what it is, you guys. But I keep them outside. We have 2 fucking acres. They keep the rodent population down. They also help my neighbor with his rodent population. I told him I was gonna send him a bill, you know? That's why we have cats. Not all of them spray, right? I gotta go potty. Yeah, they just walk in. They just, half of these fuckers just showed up and be like, hey mom, hey dad, fuck. Hold on, I'll be right back. I can't even get Dan to come out here. Hold on, give me a minute.
I was watching, so she doesn't know I'm here. She didn't come in my bathroom this morning because she's terrified of getting it, so she went upstairs. So she'll be surprised when she gets back. Cats don't spray. It's just cats being cats. I'm feeling like shit. I mean, I can't say it's as bad as like, you know, when I had COVID or something like that, but it's a head cold. I don't have any decongestant. I can deal with it. I'm just terrified of my dad getting it because, you know, it's so much more difficult for him because he won't remember that he has it, and it will just be a continuous issue with him, and getting him to blow his nose, and you know, it's kind of a you know, the cough is starting to hurt. Things I do not want him to have to experience. Yeah, it's. I think it's going around. I traveled. I got exhausted, and God knows what I was exposed to. I don't think my sister got sick, but it's just. I think mostly the lack of sleep. It really just. Oh, is there a lot of people in SAC that are sick? Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll be better today. So I don't know what I'm going to do on tonight's live, whether I can do it or not, but we'll hopefully. You know, it kind of comes in waves too, you know, so for 10 minutes you think you feel better and then it's like, fuck. Mobo, nobody was wearing masks on the plane. Probably should have, but nobody was doing it. I just, it just was the last thing on my mind. I wasn't thinking about getting sick. What? All right, I'm getting kicked out. I was watching you. Pop it up, my cats.
Are you someone from your people trying to give away $2,000? No. We'll never give away money.
I mean, are people, there's still scams out there?
Yes.
Oh, watch out for scams.
Yes. I don't know if I want to sit next to Dan. So maybe, I don't know what we'll do, but I don't want to sit next to him. I slept upstairs last night. He was like, I'm feeling better. I'm like, no, I've already breathed in and I figured a virus.
You're either going to get it or you're not.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sleep with you and listen to you. I'm sick. That's what you do. I'm sick. Open room everything. I don't open room cough. This is why we don't open room sneeze and cough in the house. Just in case you're sick. I'm sick.
Looking out with cats?
Yes. Sleep with Millie. I've been spraying, but he keeps coming out. It's like he doesn't, leave. He always comes out. I'm like, can you stop talking? If you're gonna come out, just don't talk. Yes. So he's a diva. So, here's the thing. You guys, again, for the 5,027.7 times, we will not ask for money. We will ask for no GoFundMes. We will ask for no donations. We will not direct message you and ask for a follow or ask for anything other than that, right? Simple, common decency. If you guys have been around enough to know, you will know we don't do that. Why do people have to pay to watch my lives now? Because, have you not noticed? I get a lot of fucking trolls, and have you noticed that you're commenting right now? So they're not all charged lives, right? You guys, it is so frustrating to me. It's another trigger to me. Why did I have to pay to watch your lives? Well, first of all, if you're commenting and I'm seeing it, guess what? It's not a paid live. If it is the day that you come on it, it's because there's some days that's nice not to have a gaggle of fucking trolls on your account, right? My husband, right? The one who y'all love supported me in doing that because he said, I think that's a good idea for you. So you catch a break. I catch a break. My people, my friends, the people who enjoy being here every day love the no troll. They get just as pissed off as I do. Sometimes they get more mad than I do. So they also get a break. It's relaxed. It's calm. It's so fucking peaceful. There you have it. So that's why it's simple. You know, if I stumbled across people who had subscriber lives, I wouldn't ask stupid questions. Why do you do these? Why can't I comment? Why? Because obviously they have a fucking reason. It's not rocket science, right? It's not rocket science. They do it to avoid people who just troll. It's peaceful. Please don't ask me not to fucking swear. I fucking swear. And if you don't fucking like it, take a fucking hike. How about that? There you have it. And as adults, don't go on to other people's pages and bitch to them and tell them how to do things. Don't tell other adults how to be. Don't tell other people how to do something better your way because you think it's better. Y'all, take a fucking hike. Fucking irritates me. Anyway, there you have it. And those people who can't subscribe for financial reasons, that's okay. I'm here plenty of other days when you can see and comment and watch. But most of the time I do my lives, I get Ed to go on. And I don't need idiots asking him stupid ass fucking questions. That's another thing. You got so many stupid people. Where are your keys? Where's your checkbook? Where's Bill? And he reads that. And what do you think's gonna happen? So that's another thing, because the people who are here know not to say stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway. How's Dan? Man flu. Man flu. You know how the mans are. The men's are with a little sniffle. I'm done. How do you feel? I feel shitty. Shitty. All right. I know not to ask. Fuck. Shitty. How do I feel? Good. Yes, it's my page. Fucking period. Right? Why do people feel the need? Please don't cuss. Fuck you. Right? Fuck you. Yes. It's a great. So, maybe think about how I allowed you guys to have more than just a little preview yesterday. I just kept the chat on to avoid the idiots. Anyway, it's Wednesday, y'all. It's humping day. Everybody shave their vaginas. Today is a vagina shaving day. We gotta get on a schedule. Every other day, you gotta shave the bush. Make it not itchy, make it not sweaty, and make it still fresh and clean. Clean. You know what I mean? Dan's channel is better, but yet fresh. Here you are watching me. Thank you for your view. You did it last weekend. Lily, if you did that shit last weekend, you have a bush by today. You know what I mean? Fresh and clean. Make sure your coochie is queenie. You know what I mean? You know how it is. I'm starting to have a heart on. That's so stupid. It's funny. Queen is clean. Clean is queen. If you like to be a queen, make sure you're clean. Manscaped. No. Anyhow. Well, good, Tammy. Fucking fa. God, no, you pissed me off with that. A reminder of how pissed off I am about that fucking fa. Just a little stubble. Oh, you're not as hairy. Just a little. Okay, well, mine's like an Amazon forest, so when I go every other day, it's fucking dangerous. It's like a Bermuda Triangle. You get in there, you might get cut. You might die. Because that shit is thick, it's sharp, and there's plenty of it to get you. So, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Don't put your hands where they don't belong when you haven't checked to how things are. Mine's a bush. Well, that's also, if it's a bush, man, it's like a Bermuda Triangle too. Because if it's a thick bush, somebody gets their hand stuck in there and can't get it out. And then you say, well, your mama never told you to don't put your hands where they don't belong. It's an armor. If you are growing a bush, that is, keep her happy. She's my happy queen. All natural is okay. I don't want to take that away from any of you who are au natural. We are supposed to. Hair's there for a reason. So, but it's our armor. It's a protective barrier for men, bacteria, and predators, right? Insects. It helps bounty the force of no entry. you know. All natural is sweaty while working out. And yes, and stinky. And stinky. Stinky. Hair creates a lot of bacteria and microbiomes and shit if you've got a poof. If you bring the poof back, there's different segments of the poof where you are developing certain scientific experiments. Now, if you're interested in a study, we can do that. You know, get petri dishes, let it go for a couple days, and we will see what is growing beneath, right? So we see how laden with bacteria hair can be. Anyhow, scrape the crumbs off that cookie. No, Dan's sick. He ain't getting close to the cookie. We can't get the cookie sick. You know what I mean? When men are sick, if they kiss the cookie can get sick. So another 2 weeks before recovery. You know what I mean? Yep. Hi, James. I hope my day is spectacular. James, I got a ton of shit to do. I always do. Get crackly. Ooh, yeah. We get knotted. You get knotted. We have fluids, we get juices, and then it makes hard for a combing out of sorts, like tangles in your hair. Nope, no, seriously. So the cookie has been a little troubled, right? The troubled cookie started before Dan left. And when I say it's troubled, I'm gonna tell you, this is menopause. It's been spotted, not like a leopard. There's no spots on the cookie, but the flow from the cookie, it's like a filled cookie, right, with pudding, you know, like something you would buy a crumble cookie that's injected with a custard or something. Well, it's not a good fluid that you want coming out, right? So the cookie has been out of commission for several weeks because it can't make up its mind, right? Does it want a free flow of the Red Sea? Or does it just want a sprinkling of the shitty stuff, you know? The brown, sticky stuff, you know what I mean? It's gross. Bleed, get it out, or stop with this 3-week expenditure, right? I've been 3 weeks leaking pudding. No red, just pudding. So that's menopause. Menopause, especially chocolate cookies. Nobody wants pudding? No. Why, honey, I made it fresh for you. Ugh, Danielle was talking about pudding this morning. Does not sound appetizing. So anywho, so it's gross. So my body has been out of commission because nobody wants that shit near their nether regions. You know what I mean? So I figured it would stop. Nope. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yep. I don't know, something wrong. So Dan hasn't had the cookie or a bite in a while. Probably going on a month now. Now he's sick, but I'm still leaking pudding. Yep, it's like something's not right. Welcome to menopause. Welcome to menopause. Hello, Sally. I got my baby here too. So, this is what happens when you get older in life, right? Your body goes through changes. It goes through different leaks, goes through different smells. It goes through many changes. Thank you, menopause. We appreciate you. Says no one ever. This is part of the journey. That's what I'm in, Tina. I just call menopause. So Perry, yes. Yes, Christy, it's halfway through the week. It's humping day. So yes, perimenopause sucks. Your body's still trying to figure out what to do, you know, in this next phase of the journey. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. And now Dan is sick, so we're just a heap of fun over here. No, it's not like, it's like dischargey yuckies, you know? Yeah, it's a pause on men. It's not like blood that's turned brown. No, it's just, it's fine. I get that way during my period, so my body's just doing its own thing. And not all day, but yeah, it's just challenging. Anywho, let's get off the pudding. Period's worse than puberty. Puberty, yes. Why? 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 Why must we go through all the bullshit? Why? You know why? Because whoever created the world, whether it be God, you know, Elijah, Muhammad, whoever, said men can't handle it. So therefore, we must make women the superior being. We're not going to tell men that, but men can't handle the shit that women go through. So, with that being said, that is why we have everything going on. Because you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, men. So instead, we have shit that we have to deal with every day. We have shit. We have everything. And we have misery at times. You know what I mean? Yeah. Swings both ways. No, does not. The way I see it, it's the women who got fucked because men couldn't handle shit. So Eve was like, Adam said, bite my apple. Eve says, I'll bite your apple. And I'll be biting off more than I can chew because I know the truth. I am the strength. I am the purpose. And I am what helps get things done. Dixie Normas don't even get started. Women handle the real shit, if you want to be real. Women are the ones who do it. Women are sick. They get up and they still nurse their children, take care of their family, while men fucking sleep. Honey, you got that? Yeah, fucking. I got it like I always do. You stay there. Women hold their family together. Women keep the shit from stinking and falling apart. What do men do? They work. Now, there's some good apples out there. There are some good apples out there. But the ones who come on and are assholes about it, no, are the seeds that sit in their chair. Honey, get me a beer. Honey, give me a bag of potato chips. Honey, did you hear what I said? I want you to vacuum now. Honey, there looks like there's a little dust on the TV. You need to get that. You failed your job. Honey, I think the toilet needs a scrubbing. Honey, Billy Bob is crying over there. Honey, I want dinner early. I want dinner early. Honey, did you pick up the kids? Honey, I must be serviced now. Yeah, you one of those? I bet you are. Anywho, y'all don't play that. Don't play that game. It should take two. There should be two people. I don't care who fucking makes the most money. We have the hardest job there is. We have the hardest job there is. Because our job never stops. Even when our kids are older, we are still on duty, right? We are still on duty. Nonstop. Can I, when I'm sick, shut myself in the room and not do a goddamn thing? When I'm sick, do people still not rely on me? When I'm sick, do people care that I'm sick? No. Double standard. Double standard. No sick days. I don't have vacation days. I don't have sick days. Even when I go on vacation, we're still mamaing. Even when we go on vacation, we're still worrying about shit at home, our animals at home, the people who do not come, and the people that are there, making sure they're not idiots, right? I don't bow down to any man. I don't bow down to any man. So, yeah, I had Corona. Remember when I had Corona? And I was still taking care of the family. I was still cleaning up. I was still doing my shit with the mask on. I don't do that. And I would bite the head off of any man who expected me to bow down to them. There's a lot of cultures that are that way, right? No way in hell would I be able to fit into that fucking culture. Because you know what? Nope. There is not one person in the relationship that is better or stronger than the other. Hell no, I gotta pee again. I'll be right back. Fuck that. I wouldn't do well culturally in certain cultures, I can tell you that. Sorry, I haven't even had any caffeine today. I'm not peeing like a rock star. I'm peeing like I had some beer. Anyhow. Yeah, he sounds Dan has this congestion. Can you deal with Grandpa, please? I don't want to get near him. Oh, now you don't want to get near him? Yeah, Dan. And he's still open room coughing. Like, it just drives me nuts. Alex popped on yesterday. Liam, no. Yeah, DJ Khaled said that? Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Anywho. What else do we need to talk about today? We'll leave the male species alone for a minute anyway. Good morning. How are you? What's going on today? Any fun this weekend? It's going to be stormy. It's going to be stormy this weekend. So I'm trying to live it up today and tomorrow. So I have, so tomorrow this is my plan. I'm gonna try to get on the treadmill a little bit earlier. I have a PT appointment for my jaw at 11:50, and that's right next to the casino. So I'll be done there about 1. So I will be going directly there after PT, because there's no point of me not doing it that way. So going home and coming all the way back. So I'm gonna be ready to go in the morning time. Hi Tiffany. You got 4 inches? Ugh. And hide the eggs. Oh, Tamara, I love that. Gambling on Sunday for you? Well, I wish you luck. My loss, but my mom and my dad, yeah, sucks. Wish you could do it. I know. Here's the thing. If I got up enough financially to do a live, I'd be more comfortable. When I'm losing, I wouldn't be fun, right? So it's like finding that happy medium to do it. Hello from Ohio. Good day for the hot tub in the cold. So it's really hard because when I'm focused or I start talking to people, so we'll see. I never win either. I'm always willing to do it, but then I get in a bad swing and it's right. When you're losing, now you're just hoping you can get up and play a little bit longer. So That's why. I'm a different person. Anyways, I think I'll take care of you. Yeah, that's nice. And I said, Daniel, I did say some. There are some good eggs out there. Unfortunately, I didn't get the nurturing type. In that way. His dad wasn't that way either, so I go to Sky River, right down the road from me. It's quick, it's easy. My PT is right there, so it's perfect. So I forgot that my PT until this morning. I got the reminder, so I thought, oh shit, then I'm gonna have to go early, and I don't think Clint's gonna go. So if for some reason he wants to go, then I'll come home, pick him up, and go back. I do weights too. I do weights. So is it a big casino? Yeah, I do PT, physical therapy on my jaw, which is good because I had cupping done yesterday. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I had cupping done yesterday, and it's perfect to have them done in the same week because it works much better to do it together. I'll just try Sky River. That's like 3 hours away from you, Susie. Don't you have like a closer one, like Chicken Ranch or something? I love slots. Yeah, you know, it's really important to keep your body moving. You know, just start slow. Don't worry about the number until you can. But I think for women, ultimately, 20 minutes, they say, is all you need of cardio, right? 20 minutes is all you need for cardio. And then weights is more important for women, for our bones and our health and our everything else, toning. So I started to do squats again because squats are a really good way too for butt and toning. So I'm trying to get better. I'm doing some deadlifts.
He just spit up some phlegm. He may have what I have, but if I have like all the feet, if I'm vaxxed against it, I don't know if I was vaxxed against RSV.
You didn't have any of your shots.
What?
You didn't have any of your shots. You didn't have your flu shot. You didn't have anything.
I had my COVID shot.
No, you didn't. Oh no, get mad. It's a good reason to. Anywho, Easter isn't the same without our children. No, Easter was fun for my kids. They enjoyed it. Yeah, they enjoyed it. I have trouble doing 10 minutes after getting a pacemaker. Yeah, well, and you maybe, Mary, have to just slow it up a little bit. Slow it up. I don't know why he came out here to tell me he spit up some phlegm, okay? Open room cough. Anywho, and he's just walking in and out. Drives me nuts. Stay seated. It's 43 and I still make her. I love that. She probably still expects it too, you know? When you're used to it, I know a lot of people still expect it. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you know, with Josh, they do their own thing for the most part. They go and they hang out with family, not family, they're friends. It's okay. It's never been a big holiday for us. So I know you're sad. Oh, you do, Leah? Yeah, Ed sounded fine, you guys. He also has been blowing his nose for a week. Allergies are here too. So it's crazy. That it could be sickness, it could not. So I have phlegm every morning I wake up. Grandpa blows his nose every morning when he wakes up. He doesn't sound sick, he sounds fine. It could happen. It could happen. Especially with open room coughing, you know what I mean? Do you make a big dinner? No. Easter's never been our thing. We've always gone out to friends' houses for Easter. It's not something that we ever celebrated, for the most part. Are you a millennial? No, I'm not. No, he did not say blood. Oh, you did, Twyla? That's cute. How are you feeling, girl?
Josh is my brother, yes. When we used to sneeze and people would say bless you, and now if we sneeze, yeah. I do, because I live with an open room sneezer and I live with an open room cougher. So I assume everybody else is doing the same thing. So you're gonna get a look. Yeah, Vicks shower bombs. I love those Vicks shower bombs. I put them upstairs for Andrew. I keep him by the shower just in case he wants to put one. He doesn't like them. I love Vicks, period, so I'm gonna love me a shower bomb. Hi, Sean. Hello, South Africa. Dan took away my mojo. He got me irritated. My kids, millennials. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't follow the whole, diversion of millennials, baby boomers, all that shit. I don't know what the cutoffs are. I'm not a millennial. Gen X, what am I? I'm a Gen X. I don't even remember. And I don't care to classify myself as that because I don't even know. Smell in Andrew's room. No, but it went away. I grew up on Vicks, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a Gen X. I don't even know, I can't ever remember. I don't put that much time and stock into that. What's a Vicks bomb? It's a little tablet that you stick in the shower. So if you like Vicks, I just would do it normally because I think it smells good and clears out your sinuses. You put it in the shower with you and it disintegrates. Yeah, is Hannah and Jennifer both millennials? I don't know if Andrew is considered a millennial. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when the cutoff is. I know that Jennifer's a millennial, right? She's 25. Hannah's gonna be 23. I'm an old rat bastard. So, I don't know where they fall. And what's Andrew if he's 19? Is he still a millennial? What's the cutoff? I don't know. He's in the other exercise equipment. Sometimes. Yeah, I'm a Gen X. So when's the Gen X cutoff? When is it? When does it begin? And where does it end? Are you a millennial? She doesn't even know. The who? It's hanging up out in there somewhere. All my kids are Gen Zs. Are you sure? I'm a classic. I'm a 1974 classic. 1996 is cut off from millennial. Oh, so Josh and Rocky are millennials. Josh and Rocky. So they're Zs. Even Andrew is a Z? I don't know. Yes. So look into Amazon. I buy them. I'm a 1974 classic. Grandpa's a millennial. I don't think so. Seems an article. Gage and Jen are the same age. So they're Gen Zs. So then Hannah's a Gen Z. And when's the cutoff for Andrew now? I'd say your oldest is so there is this is the thing. This is why I don't care, right? Because there's such a cutoff. So Rocky and Jennifer were having this debate a couple months ago. Rocky's like, well, Jen, you're a millennial. And Jennifer was like, no, I'm not. I'm a Gen Z. And Rocky's like, no, you're pretty much a millennial. So they fought. And this is the thing. There's a fine line of what the fuck you are. Baby boomer. No, that's you. I don't know. Ball crushing factory? What kind of balls you squish? You're a baby boomer? 1960. We're just old. Just who the fuck cares about the distinctions? I'd rather be a hippie. Peace, love, happiness, ferns all day, music, rock on. Gen X. Yeah, no, I know I'm a Gen X. You're a Gen X, JP. You're a Gen X. You're a baby boomer. Yeah. I said to you, I was like, hi, Gotch. I was like, I'm a millennial. I just call myself a millennial just because I want to be in that age group. The hippies are now baby boomers. They're old as fuck.
The hippies are now old as fuck. They were the true gangsters of the day. You guys, huh, Jerry? I'm so confused, and that's why I don't pay attention to that shit. You're 1967, you're a boomer. You're a boomer, I think, right? If you're 67, I think Dan's a boomer. Is Dan a boomer? Fuck, I don't know. See, I'm confused again. I don't know. I was too young for Woodstock. Damn. Dan is not a Gen X. He's a Gen C. all the Then I'm not in the same fucking bracket as Dan. He's older. all the 67, 65, they're like, fuck you, Danielle. I'm a Gen X. I'm not a boomer. See? Now y'all getting me in trouble asking me what kind of fucking title I have, because I can't even keep track of that shit. Gen X. So, shit. I'm in the Gen X with you old people. You're 28 because I'm 49 and still consider myself a millennial. I act like a millennial. Can I be Gen X? Gen X does sound kind of cool. I said, they're like, Mom, what are you? Yeah, I need a chart. I said, I'm a millennial, and they all laughed at me. I was like, fuck you. I'm a millennial at heart. Shit. I'm a Gen Xer. I didn't mean to offend anybody who's Dan's age. Boomer and call you a boomer. I think I didn't realize the gap was so big. I know. You don't know how many comments that came through. They're like, no, Danielle, we're Gen X too. Fucking bitch. My bad. See? Y'all get me in trouble now. I don't know. Well, Jennifer calls Dan a boomer. She does. She calls Dan a boomer. She's like, okay, boomer, when she gets mad. So, any of your kids do that to you yet? And I'm a boomer. Feels great. Dude, Geritol generation. God. What's his birth year? 67. No, he's a boomer. I mean, he's a Xer. Boomer goes to 64. So he missed it. So Dan, calls him. So Jennifer sometimes when she's mad, she calls him a boomer. Have we thought about putting signs around the house for your father-in-law to read? I don't even want to broach that subject. I know you're being respectful and kind and all that shit, but he has short-term memory loss. Short-term memory loss. You know what that means? The minute he reads it, he won't remember what it said. You know? Fuck. I can't. Y'all, I can't. You're old. I know what Geritol is. My kids call you cringe. Bruh. How about bruh? Are you bruh? Naked foot guy? Who's naked foot guy? Anyhow. Yeah. You guys, we do what works. He doesn't fucking have hearing aids because they don't work anymore. Or you would see him with hearing aids. He doesn't do puzzles. Never touch a fucking puzzle piece in his whole fucking entire life. He doesn't play games. He's not a game player, nor has he ever been. He likes to be with family. That's about it. He liked to call his family 500 times a day. That's about it. In his younger years, he went, walked, and looked at RVs that he was never going to buy. That's what he did. So if you ask questions about why, or you need to, or why don't you do this, think about the things we show. Think about, you would probably fucking see him if you would do those things. That's why he's bored, y'all. That's why he's bored. Because he doesn't have any fucking hobbies. Never has. But walking. And he likes to eat. He does like to eat. He did a stint of socks for me. Now doesn't want to do them. It's my job. You know? Fuck, he did coins for a while. For like 2 weeks. And then said, well, shit, take these to the bank. I don't need to do it. He wants to lift heavy stuff. He's a man. He's generational. If you've got anything to move and to lift, he's there for me. He really doesn't want to do dishes. Every time he says, Danielle, can I help you? He really doesn't want to do that. He's just being fucking polite. Yeah, now he's bored. And that's the problem. We can't change his boredom. We are not going to sit there all day long and keep him entertained. That's not how life works. So, he's bored, and we do the best we can. He's home with his family. We know what works for him. Other people do not, because they're not with him. Even some of his own kids probably wouldn't even know. You know what I mean? Even some of his kids probably don't even know what works now. Because we do it every day. We've done it for over 5 months. You know, it happens. He never has hobbies. He never had it. He walks, and now he can't walk very much, right? And we don't want to overwalk him because he's old. And there's also the other ailments that come with age, right? So we do what we know. We do what we know works majority of the time, and sometimes it changes. And then you got to figure it out from there. Sounds like you like projects. No. Are you being facetious? Sounds like he liked projects. Did what I say mean that to you? That's weird. So, are you gonna have a birthday party for him? Probably not what you anticipate, right? He's old, you guys. Having family around fucks him up. So it'll probably just be the people who are close. After everything? If no one responds, yeah, it's not easy, you guys. So we just do the best we can, and we do the things that we know work. We don't, he's bored. Everybody says he's bored. No shit. I mean, I wish I could reply to that to everybody. No shit. No shit, he's bored. So, yeah, he gets really bad, you guys. Oh shit. Caroline's here. Hi. Caroline, this live is a figment of your imagination. You think you're seeing it. You had a procedure done earlier, late last week, and it's causing you to see things that aren't really happening. Are you dreaming? Are you napping? This isn't real. Just kidding. This live has ended. You may think it's still going, but it's just a figment of your left eye imagination. You are seeing double. You are seeing things you aren't supposed to see. You may want to contact your doctor. Just in case. I love fucking with her. You know, just some people are so much fun to fuck with. Hi, Darls. How are you? It is beautiful out today. It is beautiful out. I'm trying to think if I want to ask Clint for some help today. I need some help around the property. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want him to blow on the cake. Yeah, so I don't know. I know Rocky and the kids are coming over Sunday, just because they're going on a trip to visit her mom in Arizona. So she wants to say hi to Grandpa and wants the kids to see to Grandpa before, they leave for Arizona. So I know they're coming over. I'd like to keep it just them and then maybe do something the following week for Ed and the rest of the family, like go to lunch or something like that. So Carolyn's on this side. I don't know if I'm taking Clint. Last time he lost again, he's been on a losing streak. And so he doesn't just lose like $500, you know, which if he could, that would be probably, he would go more often, but he loses, you know, more. And so I don't know if he's coming or not. I don't ask. I just, if he's saying, hey, you go to the casino? Yep, you know, that's it. So if he wants to go, I'll figure it out. But I think he needs to take a break for a minute. So I'll just go by myself. And sometimes I enjoy going by myself. Hey, Marty. What's up, bruh? See, and I have a hobby, you know, so if I get dementia, if I don't die before I get dementia, then I have a hobby. I love to be in the garden, you know, I love to do all those sorts of things. Who goes alone? I go alone. Clint doesn't go alone. He goes with me. Can I go? Yes. How long will it take you to get here? Will you make it here by 1 o'clock tomorrow? So you have more than 24 hours, Marty. I know it's for a long time until he died. Sabine, that was really nice of you. It takes a true rock star to be able to do that. You know, it takes a true rock star. I have something like, I think I got something stuck in my hand from yard work yesterday. And you know how like it gets sensitive? I can't see it, but it's like a bubble. So I've been trying to pop it. So it's very, very sensitive. So it hurts. I have to like keep my pinky up. Pinky up. Okay, so there's a new show that started last night. Y'all watch it, called The Valley. It came on right after Vanderpump. I watched like the first half of it, and then I was falling asleep on the couch, so I went upstairs and went to bed. So I'm gonna finish that at some point today. See how you can see they're crackling right now? This side, see how it's crackling? So I'm starting to look like a leper. And that's normal. That's from, you know, that's what they're not going to be as. Yeah, the Valley. So it's like a couple of retirees from Vanderpump and some other ones. So I watched half of it. I'm going to try to watch the other half today. And we'll go from there. Your eyebrows. Yeah. So this is what happens. So they're not going to be dark. You're going to see they're going to be lighter. So they're going to kind of flow like the other ones did. I look ugly. Oh, look, did you see that was skin? Did you? Nips itch? You're not in menopause, Jimmy. Yes, I know. Trust the process. It looks so ugly, but I'm trying. Thanks. Party hat will be on later, I think. Yes, it does. Do you have to pluck? Yes, because I have hair down here. So I pluck underneath here, and I pluck here, and I pluck here, and I pluck here, and I pluck here, and I have one that I pluck here, and then I dermaplane the rest. Dermaplane? No, dermaplane. You know what I mean? Yeah, it flakes off. Yeah. I got one here. You gotta check it. Looks like a blackhead when it starts popping out, and you gotta get that fucker, and you think it's coming out, and then you check like 3 days later, and it's like poking. It's like can poke somebody, you know. Hi, Sharon. Obviously Hawaiian, you care because you're here. You get 6. I haven't made it past 1. I've had 1 since I was like young. You know what I mean? Yeah. Upper lip. So I'm really thick right here. You know, right here. I'm really thick. Never ever do henna on eyebrows. I would never. Yeah. These fuckers, man, these will knock you out too. Comes through a scar. Isn't that cute, Gina? God, how did we get to be so sexy? Chin hair, yeah, neck hair. Oh yeah, some people get the neck hair. I've yet to do that. Now that I said that, I'll probably get it. Fuck, that neck hair, and you see women turn to the side, and it's like waving in the breeze, and you're like, fuck. Is that another thing we get in menopause? I don't know. A few more, Sheila? Shit. Yeah, I got the lip hair. I got to check it today. Yeah, sorry, I got to go. I'm dermaplaning today because I looked at my face up close the other day and I went, ah! Who? What? Girl, you have missed a lot. Get on the dermaplaning. You look like a hairy banshee. I got hair here. I got hair here. I got side nose hairs that I gotta, I gotta dermaplane very carefully. But this one hasn't popped out in a while, so I'm waiting for this one to come out. I got like, the transcending nasal hair that drop down here, and they start growing on the tip of the nostrils, It's so cute being a woman, let me tell you. Um, Sharon, you're welcome. Come back. Yeah, so, fuck. That's just great being a woman. Thanks to be us. Yeah, what is that shit? I'm like, what the hell? I'm doing this and I gotta pluck on the fucking side of my nose, and then I go in there with the buzzers and get the rest of it. But the shit that's like coming, my kids better take care of me when I get old. That's all I gotta say. They got a lot of plucking to do. They got my mustache. They got my nasal passageways and my fucking nostrils that, like, if I let it all go, you guys, it would literally be like a hair pile along the edge of my nostrils, down here and into here, and then it just stops right here. It's like the horse, the firemen, the firemen, how they have that horseshoe mustache? That's what I got. Isn't it great to be a woman? We get to experience things like childbirth, growing children, feeding them. We also get to experience menopause. Yay, the dying, the inside, slow death of our internal organs. Yep, our reproductive system just slowly dying off. You know what else? You know what else has magnified? You know what else has intensified? My ass hair. Anybody else? Have you noticed? Yeah, the real Neanderthals. Women. And I'm going to write that out, Wendy. I don't have a will, funny thing, but I'm going to be writing a true testament to keeping your mama looking pretty. A true testament to keeping your mama looking pretty. Yeah. Y'all women, I want you to do something for me. Y'all bend over. Bend over, take some fingers, and tug. Y'all gonna be appalled by the sprinkling of hair. It used to be a sprinkle. Now it looks like my husband's ass. Shoe in the face. Well, yeah. Y'all haven't checked it out, have you? Have you ever washed back there and felt something, think it was hair dripping from your head down into your butthole, and you realized it was your butthole hair? Yeah. Guaco. Bend over. Dan, honey, bend over. We're going to have some fun. Just lean over that table. No. No. Why not? Not today. Today was not a shave day. I don't want you saying that. Nope. What's the matter? Nothing you would understand. But there's some things you just don't want to see on a woman. And well, right now, you would see a lot. Not gonna happen. Y'all think I'm lying. Get that handheld mirror out. Get that handheld mirror out. And I think that's the problem, right? There's sometimes, we're women, for Christ's sake. What is happening to us? You remember back in the days, it didn't matter. Your body was taut. Even if you were a little overweight, you still looked hot. Your skin didn't move like ripples in the ocean when you walked. Everything was tight. Even when you were overweight, you were tight. Your skin kept that shit in like a spank. With Spanx we wear today to keep everything high and tight, we literally, back in the day when I was heavy, I was like, my fucking shit didn't shake. Today,
happen? Am I going to look one day and my clitoris turn into a fucking penis? It is right now. It's in the process of transferring over. That thing has more hormone in it than anything else in my body. When your thong wraps around your anal hair, that's a sign. Girl, you have not shaved in a long time. You know, and you kind of just readjust your thong and you're like, oh, well, there goes a hair. Oops. Ow. That's all my hormones is going in my bean. It's puffy. What the fuck does that mean? Am I morphing? Am I going to be a hermaphrodite? That's all I'm asking. I don't know. I'm growing hair like a man. I'm swelling up down yonder. And things just don't look quite the same anymore. I'm hairier than a primate. If I start grunting, if I start walking around, then we got a problem. You know, you remember how they're in heat and they're horny and shit? Everything's all red and swollen. That's what I feel like, primate, with hair and in heat. You want to see? I'll be bigger. Shit, I'm halfway there, Guaco. Look, I gotta tuck my shit in. I need that cup. Do you have the thongs with the cup in front? You know, the extra cushion, extra pad, and extra place for it to go. Yeah, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take a medium. Thank you so much. By the way, I was born. When I was born, my mama pushed me out. They put her on me, and I look like a munchie-chi. Anybody remember what a munchie-chi is? I know I've told this story many times before. A munchie-chi was those little monkeys back in the day when we were younger. And I literally had hair from my head to my fucking toes. My back was so hairy, I could have probably used a brush on my back. I had hair everywhere. So my mom was a fair, blue-eyed, blue-green eyes, you know, dirty blondish hair. Literally, you know, and here comes this like little baby monkey. Literally, she birthed the baby monkey. And I was dark, right? And so that's what she said. She goes, you know, her little fair body pushes out this thing and they put it on her. And she was like, what is that? What is that? That came out of me? Yeah, that was me. She literally was like, Danielle, you look like a fucking monkey. The hair everywhere. You imagine how like mortifying that would have been, you know, to just see this fair woman and she has this big, dark, hairy baby. Hello, mommy. Ooh, ooh. No. And you know, the really dark babies have like they have that, not only, you know, their big patch of hair, but then they're kind of like bruised, they look bruised at the tailbone. Yeah, she said literally, my mom used to tell me, she was like, what is that? Did that? What? She was what? And I grew that. Do you see that hair on her? Is she part monkey? She literally was telling me I was part monkey. Yeah, and I was. When I look at the pictures, I'm like, damn, she not wrong. She wasn't wrong. Well, it is what it is. Hannah was the same way. Hannah came out, but she wasn't as hairy as I was as a baby. She's hairier than I was now, like at her age, but she wasn't as hairy, but she was dark. I was like, oh, this is what my mom felt like. What is this? Anyhow, yeah, hair. So now, I'm reverting back to my baby years. Hair everywhere. Yeah, long hair. I even had hair on my butt cheeks. Like literally my whole body was sheathed in hair. And it's happening all over again. It's happening over again. I don't know what's happening, but fuck, it's not cute. It's not cute. Oh. Man, just sit back and enjoy, you know? Enjoy the shit of not being a woman. Enjoy it. You guys got it way too easy. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. Underarms. My underarms are gross, man. I mean, what? What happens to us? I mean, we start off as such beautiful creatures, you know? Girls, women, you know? We're cute. We got sassy attitudes. Well, some of us still have that. But it's cuter when you're little, you know? We were just cute walking around, didn't realize that we were going to be regretting the days that we didn't enjoy more than we wish we did when we're older because fuck, you know? If only I knew what was going to happen, I would have pranced around naked. Look at this. Looks hot. It's cute, right? Look at these. Woo, these are nice. Small nipples, you know, areolas looking cute. Everything was hard, tight. I was tan. I had hair. Oh well. Hair is there for a reason. Yeah, I was always warm. My mama never had to put on a jacket for me because I had enough hair to keep me warm. I have hair. I need to shave my face. Today is a dermaplaning day. Today I'm taking care of my nose, my mustache, and my face. A little bear, little monkey. She called me a little monkey. Yeah, right? And my mom never said anything to me, you know? I'm pissed off. Yeah, my mom did have heartburn. She did. I'm pissed off because she never said, Danielle, enjoy your youth. Enjoy it because you get to be my age and then look what happens. Your titties hang, you know, but she had big boobs. My mom had double D boobs. I obviously didn't get it from her. Nope. She was tiny. My mom had small bones. She was really tiny. I also did not get that from her. She had beautiful hair too. Thick. Didn't get that from her. No. Anywho, didn't get the light eyes from her either. I just got everything from my dad's side. But yeah, no, she never said, enjoy it. Like, stop complaining about what you have. Stop complaining because there's going to be a point in time where your skin's going to sag, it's going to thin, you're going to get veins, you're going to get cellulite more than you've ever had in your entire life. But my mom didn't really have cellulite. She had thin skin. Enjoy it. Your vagina is going to look completely different. Take pictures. Like I tell my kids, take pictures of it because you're going to want to know what it looks like before children, you know. My babies weren't really hairy. Hannah was hairy. And I had a lot of nausea with her. Nausea. Thanks, Madeline. So, can I ask how old your mom was when she passed? 53. Almost three and a half years away from my age right now. How scary is that? Like, you know, at the time I didn't think about how young she really was, you know, because I was in my 30s and I was just having all my babies. But now when I place myself at her age, right at the time she started getting sick, almost, you know, it's scary. It's scary. Like, she was really young. I see myself as really young, you know? 3.5 years away from her death, from where I am today. Scary. Very scary when you put it in perspective like that, you know? And, you know, when she was like, Danielle, I'm young. And I was like, Ma, you old, you know? And now, no, it's still young, you know? It's still young. I couldn't imagine dying in 3 years. That's like knowing that I'm going to be dead in 3 years. And I still think that. Like, if I make it to my 53rd birthday, past it, I'm going to be, you know, like, yes, one milestone down, you know? She had cancer. She had primary lung cancer. Yeah. And I know that all of you, let's get one of those cast spray on Dan's pillow. Let's do it. No, because then I have to clean it. Fuck you, Mikey. Fuck you. Yeah, that's Irma. That was horrible. I don't want to talk about it. It's too hard. It just makes me so sad because she's so young, you know, she really is. Yeah, so it sure does make you think, you know, it sure does make you think. And I know everybody who's had a mom or dad who you've lost, you know, you always use that as a milestone, you know, like I made it, you know, I too can survive. I'm 70. Yeah, shit. Like, bruh, let's just see if we can make it the next year. Stop feeding those cats outside. Who are you to tell me what the fuck to do in my family? Genetic, what my mom had? No, was a heavy smoker. You know, they were partiers. It was the 70s, you know, everybody smoked in the 70s. You know, we all probably have some secondhand smoke. Come on. You know how many times we have been around that? Remember our parents smoking in the car? My mom always held it out the window, but it always came back and got you. So, you know, it's inevitable, you know, it's inevitable. Remember going on airplanes, smoking airplanes, for the love of Pete? Smoking airplanes, restaurants, you know, casinos. Oh, God. I don't understand. Hospitals? I don't remember that. You were able to smoke in hospitals? What? I didn't know. I don't remember that. Maybe it's because I wasn't really in hospitals. Casinos still have it. No, I know. I go to one. I know. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't remember that. In grocery stores, I don't either. I just remembered he was in the hospital. Shit. I don't remember that. I remember airplanes because I would go and visit my family every summer in Nashville. And I remember always no smoking, and they were smoking in the back of the plane. Yeah, they still have smoking rooms. And that. Take him to the smoking section when he was a patient. Shit. I do remember office buildings. The first cigarette. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't remember. But I'm sure because it wasn't, I mean, you could do it anywhere, you know? I mean, some of you were able to smoke on high school campuses. Remember when you could smoke? There was a smoking section at your high schools and restaurants. Ugh. You know what I mean? Gross. And when you think about that, like we all have had it in the movie theaters. Ugh. We couldn't smoke at our school when I was in high school, but I know it was corn. Yeah, you had the smoker. Oh, we all did, you know? We all did. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I almost got kicked out of the hospital for smoking in the bathroom. Smoking. Oh, and you would walk out and the smoke everywhere. I mean, you guys, I hate coming out of the casino because that's all I smell is like an ashtray. Would smoke inside. Oh my God. Ugh. Can you imagine? I mean, that was life. That's what we did. That's what we lived through. So we all gonna get something. Shit. We all gonna get something. Yeah, sorry. Oh. It's like with the restrooms at school. Shit. You know, it's funny. I detest it too. And you guys, I talked to you about that. Like when I used to gamble, I would smoke. I loved smoking when I was gambling. Because it just went hand in hand. Now I can't stand it. I have not smoked a cigarette and probably for me in a casino, as much as I go, like in a long time. And I would always have like one or two, sometimes three, sometimes four, depends on how long I was there. And now I can't stand it. Now I'm like, ugh. I look at people now I know what people were like. You still do crave it. That's interesting. And so now when people light up next to me, I'm like, you know, like how people used to do to me. You know, and I was like, it says it's smoking, so don't look at me that way. One woman pissed me off one time when I was smoking. And she was like, do you mind? And I said, do you mind? This isn't a no smoking section. Maybe you shouldn't be in a casino. So, you know what I mean. People, let me tell you, people. Now I don't like it. Hate the smell of it now. hate the smell of it now. And I literally walk out of the casino and I'm like, ugh, ugh, that's all I smell is that, you know. What games? The slots, the losers. But they're so fun to play. Yes, there's smoking in the casino. Yeah, there is smoking. Of course there's smoking. Could you imagine not having a smokeless casino? Nobody would go. You're not smoking. Oh, really? Deidre, that would be nice. Like, I used to always think, how would I not like go into a casino with no smoke? Because that's all I want to do. Now I'm like, God, do they have a no smoking section? Pall Mall. Oh, I remember Pall Mall. Oh, Carrie, my grandma's brother used to smoke Pall Malls, and his wife, and you just brought back that smell from when I was in like a little young tyke. Oh my God, it is such a smell. Woo, woo. God, you just brought it back. Pall Malls were so different. God, I would love, I wish we didn't smoke. And it would be so much healthier. I don't think California has that. Oh my God. The Pall Malls. It was like a green. They had a red one and a green one. One of them smoked the red one, the pack, and one of them smoked a green pack. Which, were they menthol? I don't know. Yeah, well, shit. What about a vape? I've used to vape. I vaped for a while. But you just don't know what shit you're putting in your lungs, you know? I'd rather just stay away from that. Last night mentioned he quit smoking many years ago, but ended up with pulmonary issues recently. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that you can't take that shit back, you know? Or smoke fill. Ugh, I don't want. Yeah, I love menthol though. I used to love menthol. I used to love menthol. Yeah, the vapes, I mean, I did them for a while, just try to not smoke cigarettes. But really, you're probably better off smoking the cigarettes than you are the vapes, you know? The vapes are so bad for you. How did Ed tolerate your mom smoking? She would hide. She would hide. My mom was a hider with everything because Ed would not have liked it. So, yeah. She didn't do any of that stuff in front of him. And so my mom was really weird, like with her habits, right? When they were younger, like he knew she smoked, I think, but as they got older, like he was always on her case about it. And I think it just eventually became something she hid. She didn't. Yes, it is. It's true. I tell my kids that all the time. Don't vape. Might as well smoke a cigarette. Red Pall Malls. Yeah, Kent's. My mom, died of primary lung cancer. How long have you smoked? I don't smoke anymore. The only time I smoked was when I was in a casino. I wouldn't touch it anywhere else. Like if we were at a bar, people were outside smoking. I wasn't a social smoker, only in a casino. Because you smelt it and the nicotine, the alcohol, and it kind of went hand in hand. So I only did it in the casino. It was weird. I couldn't stand it. Was your mom married to Ed? Yes. When she passed away? Yes. She was. Yep. He was with her until her last breath. Yep. Sure was. Sure was. He administered all her meds. You still smoke? Alicia. Yeah, and lung cancer is such a horrific death. If you have seen anybody die from lung cancer, now today, right, had she had it today, Joanne had it, right? And so there's so many different treatments for it today that maybe she would have lived, you know? Yeah, he administered her last morphine before she took her last breath. It's a good, that was what he did. You know, Ed really liked to be needed. It was really important for him. That was what he was good in those moments, you know. Your mom did? Yeah, my mom, 18. Yeah, Ed was married to my mom. Oh, yeah, well. You have to remember though, my mom's been dead for 18 years. So there's so many new advanced ways of treatment for lung cancer than there were 18 years ago. Lots changed. So if that's, and she never smoked. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, think about it. You guys, I mean, again, I just told you, think about all the smoking we were around, right? As little kids. They were married until the day she died. Was my mom? Is Ed grandpa? Ed is grandpa. My mom and Ed were married. Here we go. Nashville is in the headlines. Why? What's happening in Nashville? Yes, there's a story. We told the story in February 15th on my YouTube. On my YouTube. So it's on February 15th, and then there's pictures to follow on the 16th. Yeah. And see, that's the thing is so many people filter in and out and in and out and in and out. So it's like, all this stuff now, people are like, no, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They just told the story, blah, blah, blah. It's back and forth. Yes. How many more ways do you want me to say it? Here we go again. University of Missouri State, Jesus. Yes. My mom, Janice, is the mom of me and Josh, right? My dad is Pierre. Josh's dad is Ed. We share Josh. Dan is half brother. I'm his half brother. My mom and Ed married when, I don't know, a long time ago. And he took care of her until she took her last breath. Yes. Our plan was not to tell it this soon because we have a timeline we wanted to keep because of Ed and where our journey is. But thanks to trolls for digging and posting my mom's bitch everywhere. Obit. I had to take my power back with my story and stop letting them be so ugly about my story. I'm going to ask you about your parents. Yeah, he does that sometimes. Yeah. February 15th, the story's there. Yes, they did that. And so they thought they had this power for so long. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm just going to tell them because I want the control of my story. I want my power back with my story because they spilt it. They did it without thinking about maybe why we weren't talking about it yet. It wasn't because it was some secret they thought it was. It was because, there's a lot of questions asked about, those moments leading up to where we are today. And we don't want to focus on those moments. We want to focus on where he is today versus why, well, what happened? Why didn't you have a good relationship? And, we have a certain character of him today. We have the character that we want him to have today. It's helped me heal from, my trauma, my childhood trauma or whatever you call it. And I don't want to focus on the negativity. Ed was a very difficult man. He still can be a very difficult man. It wasn't the best for me. And so we just didn't want to focus on that stuff right now. But, here we are today. He doesn't remember my mom. He asked what my mom's name is and has no recollection. Yeah, it pissed me off because it was just taken away from our timeline. We love our story. We think our story is one of the best love stories out there. And if you can find that, it's on live. So there's shorts, there's lives, and there's videos. You have to find the live. You have to find the live and scroll back until February 15th. And you have Dan talking about the story as well as myself. And he sheds tears as well because it's something so beautiful. And people made it out to be, like we were trying to hide it from people. No, everybody knows. We just didn't share it with social media for Ed because we have, because this is where we are today. We're living present. We can't change the past or change how anybody was in the past and all that stuff. And, people ask questions like, how was the relationship with my mom? No, it wasn't great. How was your relationship? Not good, you know? And then it's really hard to have to explain all that stuff because you know the man you know that we shared today. Um, so Josh's mom was her mom. Yes, she was my mom before Josh's mom. Josh is 40. So yes. And it's a really beautiful story. It just didn't fit in our journey at that present moment. But here it is. So we're here. You know, when you start these journeys, you know, with social media, you don't expect, you know, to rise. You know, you don't expect to get popular. You know, if you do, it's a pipe dream. You think, oh, one of these days, maybe, you know, and it just kind of took off. And you know what happens when you take off? You've got nosy fuckers out there. You got people who are always searching for something, whether it be your address, your phone number, criminal past, whatever you got. They want to find the dirt, you know, as they so call it. We don't really have dirt. We don't have dirt. It was never dirt. It was just a progression in our timeline. We were going to focus more on us and our love story once our dynamic, our journey has changed. That's what we wanted to do. But that's okay. Oh my gosh, you were so close to office. Oh, yes, Dan is not my brother. Ed, you know, it's like one of those things that Ed, yeah, technically is my stepfather. But he was never a father to me. We grew up in a very interesting household. I didn't really converse. We didn't really talk to each other at all. So I don't look at him like as having any fatherly duties. He was just in my house. We were cohabitating together because I had no other choice. Yeah, so I got the hell out of Dodge at 19, moved out the hell out of that house, and started my life. Yeah. Dan and I never grew up together. I think I met Dan. I met Dan one time when I was 5, when my mom started dating Ed. And then I probably didn't see him for a couple years after that. And then as, you know, more things changed, I think Josh came in the picture, the family, we had more family dinners and stuff like that. And that's when I saw him more. Was he a distant father? Was he a different father? You know, I don't really know how to answer that question. Dan is not my half brother. No. Josh is my half brother. If Dan was my half brother, we would not be here. That doesn't work for me. I'm hillbilly, but not that hillbilly. You're right, Pat Peters, it's not. So when did I get married? Poots, what the hell is your problem? I got married at 23. Whoa. Yeah. I'm hillbilly, but not that hillbilly. Hell no. Yeah, my story is our story. We have a really, 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 we have a really interesting, yeah, we could write a book. We might write a book. Who knows? Maybe we are. But yeah, no, I didn't get married, and not to begrudge anybody who got married young, because it happens. I thought 23 was young. I still think 23 is young. I can't even believe, like, even when I look at my kids today, at the age that I had married and have babies, there's no way in hell. I wonder if my mama thought the same thing of me. I didn't know Josh was, yes, doubly. He is. We share Josh. We always say that. We share Josh. But yes, that's why I'm super close with Josh and his kids and his family. My mama, you know, that's a tie to my mama. No, Dan and I did not grow up together. and now you're 50, Mary Lou. You are a statistic, right? You and a couple others I know married really young and they're still married. I think it's really cool. Hi, Amy. Times were different. Oh, are you saying that your mom was pop? I get it. Shit happens. No. Um, he has a hat from a follower, the Calgary Flames. Yeah, married at 17. How did Josh treat Ed? Same. I mean, Ed was never a very hands-on dad. You know what I mean? Like Ed's a different human. He's a different beast. So I mean, he was involved his way of wanting to be involved, right? He was very selfish in his ways. Like he wanted to go to the airport, he took all the kids with him. They didn't care if they wanted to go or not. He just took them. He loves his family, but it was just different. It's different, you guys. It was just different. I mean, it doesn't mean he didn't love his kids any less. He wasn't very, with Josh, there was no rules. He wasn't like that dad he was older when he had Josh. So he wasn't like, he wasn't your dad. Like, okay, Josh, you need to be home at this. It was just like, all right, just pop in. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? That type of thing. But the way he parents is completely different than I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just different. He's just different. Like my mom was the enforcer. She was the parent. She was that person who was like, get your shit together, So he's not nurturing. He still is not nurturing. I mean, you heard him last night when I said, somebody says, I love you. And he says, well, no, I'm not going to have that type of relationship with you. He's very like black and white, love means sex, right? It's weird. But I don't want to, you guys, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go into this is why we didn't really want to bring up our relationship, because it brings up, well, why? I don't understand. Why didn't you, why didn't this? My mom found a guy, right? She was introduced by her. She worked for a dentist. Ed's office was there. He had been divorced for many years at that point. He was single. I think she was a single mom. She was young. She needed security. He introduced them together. And I think my mom pretty much just sacrificed, falling in love and for security, right? Security. And the rest is history. And that's just the way it is. Well, Ed's 92, Josh is 40. Are you concerned about Dan when it comes to Alzheimer's? No, because I've been through cancer, I've been to Alzheimer's, I've been through suicide. So it's all horrifying. What was their age difference? My mom and Ed were 20 years apart. He was not a great financial provider. Another story. No. It was security for her. Security for her. I mean, it was kind of more like a business type of a situation, and she wanted another kid, and but no, we're not going to delve into the dynamics of the problems and the issues and the type of person Ed was. We want to stay where we are today. Yes, and how it unfolded was the carrying on of my mom and my mom Dan was moving on. And my mom saying, get your head out of your ass. He's found another woman. So if you are okay with him progressing in his relationship with her, then so be it. But I think otherwise, my mom kind of woke me up, and then here we are. Yeah, then here we are today. Anyhow, we're not going to get into dynamics. That's what we talked about. This is why we wanted to wait until maybe Ed wasn't here any longer, because it's very important, Dan and myself, to keep the character he is today, right, intact. It's kind of like we showed you this new human, and maybe Dan, it's a way for Dan to heal. You know what I mean? From his past, or not having a father really present, or, whatever you want to say. And so it just, you have to be respectful of the decisions of why we had chose to do certain things a certain way, but because of our popularity and nosy people and mean people and everything else like that, they put us in this situation a little bit sooner than we wanted. So we just really are choosing not to delve into all the dynamics that have happened, in between and leading up to this moment, or 3 years ago. Oh, Nicole, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's not people talk about dignity. If I really gave you from A to Z, some people might change their opinion of what we've showed this far, and that's not something that we want to do. And I explained the other day how really him being here, right, and me being able to let go of my trauma with him has really healed and made me be in a better place. So I feel better as a human, right? I feel better about our relationship because what's really amazing is that I was able to let go of all that shit, and I'm able to care for that man today. That's really a beautiful story in and of itself. Because, situations were what they were. I can't change them. I can't go back. And I didn't think I was ever going to let it go. I don't think I could have ever let it go, but I did. And that's what we need to focus on, is the fact that we both kind of taught each other something. And in the end of his life, we are healing, right? I'm healing. So there you have it. Patty, a lot of people, it's really difficult. So when I started this journey with Ed, I was doing it for my husband, right? Because it was really important for him to help his brother out, right? And him being his dad and whatever. And along the way, we found, social media to help us in that way and all that stuff. And I told you, the first 3 fucking months, it was horrible. I thought I was going to die of a heart attack. I literally thought I was going to die of a heart attack. I did not think I was going to make it. And I did at some point in time tell Dan, it's got to be him or me. I can't. There's no way. There's just too much, And, even Dan's mom was like, Dan, that's unfair of you to do to Danielle, blah, blah, blah. And, Dan was like, okay. And they were looking at places. And Dan was struggling because, Mark couldn't do it alone. And they knew this is what they were going to be faced with. It was up to me. It was up to me to be able to do it. It was up to me. And somehow along the way, I can't remember when it was, it became a work in progress. And it became something that, I was able to slowly let go, right? And really be able to care and love him like I never have, or respected him at all, And so, he's a different person today than he was. I mean, he's glimpses, and of course at those times, sometimes we butt heads, but I've known this man since I was 5 years old. I've known this man since I was 5 years old. Let me tell you that again. I've known this man since I was 5 years old. I did it. He was not the easiest. And really later in my life, you got to realize my mom was going through her own shit too. So not only did I have, my issues with Ed, but I had a mom who was crumbling at the seams. I had a mom, who was a binge alcoholic. I had a mom who was unhappy with her life. I had a mom that wasn't, she was just not happy, right? So I was in a very toxic environment between the meshing and the blending and having to deal with my mom. And, I couldn't wait to get out. I was suffocating. So, there's that trauma, that you have as young children, and being exposed to certain things and witnessing things. And yeah, so, I've witnessed a lot of things, again, I've witnessed Alzheimer's, I've witnessed, or dementia, I've witnessed suicide, I've witnessed, cancer. And I'm going to tell you something, Alzheimer's seems like the best way to go. Alzheimer's seems like the best way to go. My mom's death was horrific. My dad, mental illness, obviously that didn't end well. And Alzheimer's, I can look at him, dementia, and I can see a happy man. He's confused, right? He may be lost at times, but he's with family. He's with family. And he's smiling and he's laughing. That doesn't seem like a bad way to go. compared to the alternatives, right? Compared to the alternatives. So, yeah, the ride hasn't been easy for me, but here I am today doing it. You know, I'm here today doing this ride, and I've succeeded. I've helped not only Ed, right? I've helped myself in a way. I've helped Dan. I've helped his family, right? Because he's not in a home. I've helped Mark out. And in the process, I was able to let it go. I was able to slough it off and care for this man. I bathe him, I feed him, I cook for him. His bed's in the wash right now. I helped everybody get what they wanted to. Nobody wanted to see Ed in a home, but yet nobody was willing to take him. You know, it was up to me, and it was almost like, I feel like almost in a way it was kind of like a challenge. It was kind of like a challenge. You know what I mean? Like, I hated feeling like the pressure was on me. I felt pressure. Like, well, fuck, if I fail, then am I going to be blamed because he's dead in a home somewhere? You know, I felt that there was a really obscene amount of pressure on me from my husband, right? Which rightfully so, because he wanted to be involved with his, his family. So our story is really amazing, Amber and Sheila. You're right. It is really amazing, because when you throw in all those dynamics it's not just a daughter-in-law taking care of her husband's father, right? It's a daughter-in-law who's had a relationship with this man for years, contentious relationship, and a daughter-in-law who's been around and has known, as living with him. We didn't live with him at 5, but they started dating at 5, and I didn't like him then. At 5 years old, I remember hiding from him when he would come over, and so I, from point one and dealing with my mom's trauma, dealing with whatever my trauma, dealing with Ed, dealing with this, and then falling in love with Dan, at the same time, and almost losing him because I was trying to live life and try to figure things out, and almost losing him, and my mom being the one that says, hey girl, wake up, I lost my true love, you better get yours, before it's too late. And to us today, and now caring for him, a man that I, 3 years ago, I was like, hell no, this is not happening. My health is more important. And in my house, in my house. Yeah. So it's really a really, 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 really cool thing. There's a lot more dynamics than people. Angie, what made me decide to tell everybody? Trolls, thinking they had some, power over my story or something, like there was some big secret that we were holding, and no, trolls. They were throwing my mom's obituary everywhere. See, look. So anyhow, unfortunately, they didn't want to follow along our timeline. They wanted the answers now, and they wanted the power. But once I took that power back, it's funny, I don't have as many trolls about that. Funny how a little bit of power when you take your power back with things, It's my story, not for anybody else to talk about. So when he asks, like, people get mad at me, and they say, well, why don't you bring up your mom? Why would I? Why would I bring up my mom? Why would I remind him that she's dead? One more death they have him hyper-focused on. Yesterday was a prime example, right? Yesterday was a live on TikTok, a subscriber live. And he said, who are your mom and dad? And I say, Pierre and Janice. No response. No response. Why would I want to relive that trauma for him? I wouldn't. I'm not going to remind. He remembers Joanne because that's long-term memory, right? He had 5 kids with Joanne. That's what he remembers. I'm not going to rehash something that he doesn't remember and put a negative feeling of death into his mind again. You see the trouble we have with Bill. I'm not going to talk about my mom with him. I'm not going to do it. It's rude. It's like, don't you remember, Ed? You were married to my mom. Remember? Well, what happened to her? She's dead. She died? Why? People always, and I did, Sarah, like at the beginning when he first moved in, he kind of hit or miss with my mom's stuff. And that was part of my trauma. I did not want to talk about the death with him about my mom because of my own feelings with him and my own interpretations of the relationship and blah, 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 blah. And so that was, I hated when he talked to me about my mom. I wouldn't talk to him about her. I just said, nope, I'm not going to talk to you about it. You don't deserve to talk about my mom. But no, I didn't. And so, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I wouldn't do it to him because I'm not that cruel. Does he remember Josh? Yeah, he remembers Josh. I mean, he might not remember, you know, Josh is not around as much as he would like to be, you know, as like all the other kids who live far away. They're just not here. It's not their fault. It's just they have lives and they have families and they have all those things. And I think they also have a satisfaction in knowing that he's taking care of a family. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's out of sight, out of mind, but they know he's here. He's safe. So Josh is 40. Josh just turned 40. Josh and I and Dan are all half siblings, yes. I'm Josh's half sister. Dan is Josh's half brother. We share Josh. Yep. Did Ed date after your mom's death? No. Nope. Ed didn't date. Not at all. I did not grow up with Dan, no. I didn't really see Dan for years. Dan kind of met me when I was 5, and it scared him because he didn't know his dad was moving on. And then I didn't see Dan for years after that. It is special. It's really special. Oh, he would have already been dead, Sheila. It would have already, he would have already been dead. You guys, instead of all these new people coming in and asking questions, I have a story. Dan and I tell a story on my YouTube live, dated the 15th of February. Go find it and watch it. Why didn't Ed see Dan? You guys, I can't answer why Ed didn't do what he did. I wasn't him. I wasn't a father. Like, you know, I can't answer those questions. I can't answer the questions of why Ed was the way he was. He was just the way he was. Whether it was his own child rearing or his, you know, the way he was brought up. Ed was the way he was because he was. I don't know. I can't answer those questions. How did my mother-in-law handle it? She didn't care. She didn't care. She was like, well, good luck. And they would joke about it when they were, when they were together. For when we did family dinners and stuff later in life, when they would joke. They would just sit and they would talk about, their issues. My mom would talk, she would talk, they would giggle. Yeah, it's hard. Did I know Dan and all the siblings? You guys, there was such a long period of time that no. I mean, all the siblings were like in college and they were doing their own things. And Dan was the only one that was like here, but he didn't come around. I think it kind of freaked him out. He didn't have a dad, His dad was shacked up with some woman and a kid. I mean, imagine finding that out the first time when you were 10 or whatever he was at the time. Probably freaked him the fuck out. So no, we weren't really, Ed wasn't involved at that point like you think he is. Phone calls, but he wasn't involved. So it's different, you guys. It's just different. It's just different. So no, he started. I mean, I don't know. Not my duck. But it is what it is. Dan seems like, here's what I always say. I always say that you can either break free from your mold or you can stay in your mold. And I think a lot of us as adults, we have a lot of similarities to how we kind of implement the things that we use when we were raised, or we try to change them, or sometimes it doesn't work for us. And Dan himself wasn't a hands-on dad, right? He wasn't also a hands-on dad. He was never showed how to be a hands-on dad. His dad was never hands-on. His dad really wasn't there anymore after they divorced, His dad ended up having another relationship. And so, it's hard to break free from a mold. It takes a lot of time and a lot of acknowledgement into seeing that you need to change, or that you want to change, or better yourself, or better your situation with your kids. Dan was always here, right? He was always here, but he wasn't the type of guy to, sit on the floor, play patty cake, do blocks and Legos. I was that person. I was always in the nucleus of the family. Like, I was always the take charge. Plus, Dan was starting to go through his own shit, opening his business, working. And, he was dealing with his own, mental shit at the time. So I was that one person, right, in the family. Still am today. Still am the same person that keeps everything together. It keeps everybody together. Dan was always here. But I was always front and center. I was always front and center. I was always with the kids. I was always taking, and in our house, in our kitchen, living room, even when my kids were teenagers, I was always there. Like, I didn't go to bed until everybody was home. I just stayed up. I was involved I was just the nucleus of like, Dan doesn't have that capacity. He never had the mental capacity to be as involved as I was. So he just said, you know what? I step back. She's a rock star. She can do the things that I can't do. So he just let me do it. He let me do it. Now, could it have been better? Absolutely. But I did it, and I did a damn good job of it, Do my kids, are my kids happy about it, or my kids, whatever. They have their own issues, right? We all have issues within our family. But it doesn't mean we don't love anybody less or, however it is. But I was there because I was that parent. I wanted to be involved, My mom was that way with me. I didn't know any differently. My families were that way with me. My mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, that we all had that same genetical tie to one another of being who I am today. I stayed in that family mold of wanting to be there, wanting to be available for my kids. It was important to me because it was important to me growing up. So anyhow, that's just my story. So I've done what I could do. I did it. I'm proud of myself, and I've come a long way in life. And I'm very proud of myself. Toot, toot, shit. He does call me Janice sometimes. Like, Hannah's home. So sometimes he'll look at Hannah and say, Danielle, and then he looks at me and he says, no, Danielle, wait, double. I love that he thinks I'm young. Anyway, and sometimes occasionally he'll call me Janice. This morning he did say Barb again, which was interesting. Hannah and I were both in the room. He said, thanks, Barb. Why his cousin's coming up, I don't know. So anyhow, I've been on forever. I gotta get busy. I got shit to do. So thank you guys again. So my mom and dad had me. Josh was just the byproduct of Ed and my mom. That's it. So Fupa Nation. Anyhow, you guys, if you want to see the story, it's on my live video on YouTube. And all my information on 2/15, so think the day after Valentine's Day, I told the story. On the 16th, there's pictures. We showed pictures. Dan showed pictures. Dan loves showing pictures. It drives me nuts. So again, on my YouTube, everything's linked in my link tree, so you can get right there. Love you guys. Have a great day. We might see you tonight. I don't know how we're going to do it with Dan. I don't want to be next to him, so we'll figure it out. Love you.